Hello and welcome to my channel on the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's been on the hook. I have been busy this weekend. As you know, I had some very special visitors to my house, and my daughter, of course, one, but there were three others that were very special, and I'm going to let you meet them right now.
Hi.
I wanted y'all to see my grandson. His name is Colin, and he's so special to me. And I told him he could be on my video. So here he is, and you can say what you want. Say hi.
Hi.
Look at the camera. There's the camera right there. See, we have to practice looking at the camera instead of looking at ourselves. So just wanted you to see my grandson Colin. I'm real proud of him. He's big in sports too, and he's in 2nd grade this year. So he's doing great. His grades are top notch, and he's just doing wonderful. So I wanted you to see my grandson Colin. All right, this is grandson number 2. And grandson number 2, what is your name?
Quinn.
Quinn. And what do you like to do, Quinn?
I like to go to the beach.
He likes to go to the beach. Well, I totally get that. Oh, here's some more. Here's grandson number 3. This is Franklin. This is Franklin. Say hi, Franklin.
Hi, Franklin.
Hi, Franklin. Yeah, these are my 3 grandsons. I'm real proud of them. And we're going to go lunch and go play on the playground. I hope you enjoyed that. Those are my very special grandchildren, and 3 little boys that are just full of energy and so much fun to be around. So when they're here, though, Gigi doesn't get very much done. So I did spend some time in the evenings working on my Agnes sweater, and Crystal is going to model that for you today. I will let her on camera here in just a minute, but I wanted to show you a couple of other things that I've been working on. First of all, the Virgin of the Lilies diamond painting, which everybody loved. It's a huge project, and I finally finished it. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video so you can look at it. It's showing how to seal the painting and a really nice look at the detail in the painting and how large it is and all that. That is in a video that I released on, I believe it was Friday morning. So if you want to see that, the link will be at the end of this video. Now, I have started the Nativity, which is my next diamond painting, a huge project. It's not as big as Virgin of the Lilies though, but it is a big project, and I'll be bringing you maybe some progress on Thursday. I hope to get at least, this much done, and I'll show it to you just as a quick video, and you can see how long it takes me to do these diamond paintings. If you haven't tried it, please do. I have a link down in the description box for Diamond Art Club, and they are sponsoring my diamond paintings. It's so wonderful. They are sending them to me, and I am able to work on those, show you the progress, unbox them, of course, first, and show you all the pieces that come in the box and how easy it is to diamond paint. It's such a wonderful hobby. I've encouraged my friends to do it, and hopefully they'll take me up on that. I think it's a great hobby because you don't have to have a particular skill to do it. You just have to have some patience, and everybody has a little patience that they can use on a hobby. Hobbies should be relaxing, so it shouldn't be too stressful for you. But I've really enjoyed doing my diamond painting. I'm looking over that way because that's where my craft table is for my diamond painting up here in my studio. I also have a craft table downstairs where I do my diamond painting sealing, where I roll up my balls of yarn, where I sew if I am so inclined, and where I keep extra yarn for my projects, things like that. So that is another room that I use, but this room is my studio, my very favorite place to be all day long. I have lots to keep me busy in here, and I really enjoy it. I hope you have a place like that that's just for you, just a small place where you can put a small table and a small project, but something that you can work on whenever you have a few minutes and you want to relax. So the link for Diamond Art Club is down in the description. Again, as I told you, the offer code is there, and you can use that offer code to save $10 off your first diamond painting from Diamond Art Club. Be sure to click on the link so they'll know that you came from me, and that helps me a lot as well. And Diamond Art Club is a great company to work with, and let me tell you, I did Virgin of the Lilies. I bought it from another company, and it was a company that sold double-sided adhesive diamond paintings, and this one is poured glue. So this new nativity that I'm using for Diamond Art Club, from Diamond Art Club, is a poured glue canvas, and I've forgotten how wonderful they are to work with. Also, their drills, which are the little pieces of resin they're the diamonds that you place onto the canvas, are beautiful. They are sparkly and they're perfect. They're perfectly round, and they are easy to pick up, unlike the very much a challenge that Virgin of the Lilies was, but I was determined to finish it, and I did, and that's okay. I love the painting, I love the artist that did the painting, and the subject matter. And Diamond Art Club is the very, very best in quality. So far that I've used several different companies' diamond paintings, and this is the company that you can depend on, that when you get a diamond painting, it's going to be very, very wonderful to work on. It's not going to be a challenge as far as the trash in the drills, you know, in the little bags. You have to separate all that out, and the drills sometimes are misshapen, they're not quite right. I haven't seen any of those yet in this, and I really don't expect to. So be sure to buy your first one from Diamond Art Club, and you can get a great offer on that through the link down in the description. I am sponsored by them, but I really love the quality of their diamond art paintings, and I've done quite a few diamond art paintings, and only a couple of them have met the quality of Diamond Art Club. So I suggest that you use that if you're planning to do your first diamond art painting. Choose it from them, and they have lots and lots to select from, so you might want to go down and check it out. What I'm wearing today, I'm wearing Millie's lace. Millie's lace was a pattern that I wrote last year in honor of the military. I called it Millie's lace. This is what it looks like on Etsy. This is called Millie's lace, and I made it with a fingering yarn, so you can use a size 2 or a 3 yarn for this. It has great drape. It has a beautiful design in the front. I did not match it in the back. You can crochet it on the back as well, but I really just suggest doing it on the front. There are 3 sections of lace on the front. That's why I called it Millie's lace, and I'm going to stand up and show it to you right now. This is my Millie's lace sweater I made last year. Really like it. It's done in camouflage from Knit Crate. It's not called camouflage, but if you have a specific yarn that you want to use, you can certainly do that. You can use a variegated yarn, which is what this is. I think a solid would really accent the design down the front of the sweater. I'll show you the back. The back of the sweater is, this is about maybe this is a 4-inch ease sweater on me. You can of course put as much ease into yours as you want, but this is a 4-inch ease. The sleeves are crocheted right into the fabric right here. The design element is repeated on the bottom of the sleeve and down the front. I really like this. This is the elbow length sleeve that I like for spring. It keeps your arms warm, but it's not hot. It's not in the way. I really like that elbow length. It's just below the elbow. And if you make this in a soft fingering weight yarn or a soft DK, then your drape is really nice. You have good drape in your sweater. And also when you crochet the sleeves, they have a nice drape as well. And so they don't get in your way. They're not stiff. Like if you were using a size 4, kind of a stiff yarn, you might want to make the sleeves a little bit shorter so that it's not in the bend of your elbow. But if you have a drapey fingering weight yarn, a 2 or a 3, you can bend your arm and it doesn't get in your way. So that's just a suggestion from me. Again, this is Millie's lace. I hope you like it. By the way, I'm going to be modeling the other Millie's lace that I crocheted last year. It's a totally different look, and I'm going to model that for you next time I do a video, so be looking for that. Now, let's get on with some works in progress. I'm going to show you what I've been working on when I had time, and I have a couple of new sweaters as well, but Crystal is first going to come over, and she's going to model our Agnes sweater that everybody's been asking about. Agnes sweater is a sleeveless top that's modest. It's not a tank top. It's a sleeveless blouse or a sleeveless lightweight sweater for spring. So let me get Crystal over here and we'll take a look at that. This is the Agnes sweater that I've been working on. I really love it. It's so soft. I was using this silky merino from, I think it was Malabrigo. It's Malabrigo yarn, and it's half silk and half merino wool. Very, very beautiful. I bought 7 skeins of this, or 7 hanks of this. They're 150 yards on each hank, and it's a DK weight yarn. And there it is again. You can go to Malabrigo. They probably have something very similar to this, if not exactly this. I think this is probably out of date. It's, you know, last season's yarn, but it's so gorgeous. Look at that. Just beautiful. And it's mostly green. I found that when I crocheted it, it turned out to be mostly green, as you can see. But there's a lot of dark purple and some pink in here as well. So there's some pretty colors in here. It gives the blouse a lot of interest. Now, I made this blouse in a sleeveless fashion right there. And what I did was I fitted the sleeve to you, and you can fit the sleeve to yourself with the decreases that we put in the sleeve. We do not just stop crocheting and sew it at the top. Some of my sweaters are like that. This is more of a fitted top so that it fits you around under the arm, and you don't have a big gap in here, and your armhole is actually round. So I did that. I put a couple of rows of a single crochet around the armhole, but that is all that I did, because the front and the back are shaped. They're shaped from the side seam. You start to shape them right before you start the neckline decreases. You start to shape the armhole, and as you're shaping the armhole, you're also shaping the neckline. Let me get back over here so I can see you. You're shaping the neckline, so you're doing 2 things at once. But I know that you're multitaskers. You can do it. Plus, the directions are very, very simple. And the measurement that you use to outline the bottom of the neckline is up to you. I'm not telling you how many rows to crochet before you start the neckline. You can start it very, very low and put more of a trim on it, or just have a lower neckline on your Agnes sweater. You can do that. But what I wanted to be sure that we understand how to shape the armhole around your arm so that it's a nice fit. It's not tight, but it's a nice fit. And this, where you start your decreases, is where you end the side seam. So there's no play in that. You have to make a decision about where you want your armhole to start, and you start it there, and you decrease all the way up almost to the top. And that gives the armhole a beautiful round shape. And then all you do is just put a little trim on it, and you're done. Now this gives you a nice sleeveless effect. What I did also was use a triple rib, and because this yarn is so busy, you can't really see the ribs, but I'm using a triple rib with 1 double crochet in the middle. Triple rib, 1 double crochet. And of course I tell you how to do that in the directions, but it's not a difficult rib to do. But I think this is only 2 rows that I did of the rib, and then I finished it off with a row of single crochet. But if you'll notice, all of these stitch markers, I don't know if you can see those, there are stitch markers here, 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 and then all the way on the other side as well. Those are to mark the decreases in the very last row, because I use that last row to bring the rib up. The rib tends to fold out if you use it around a circle. So I use the single crochet edge here with a lot of decreases in it. Not every other stitch or anything like that, but I did place the markers first where I wanted to decrease the edging of the neckline, and then I decreased in all the spots where I had a stitch marker, and that way it made it easier when I went around the edge. I just decreased every time I saw one instead of trying to measure or guess or have a stitch count, which I don't use. So those are where I place them. Of course, those will come out pretty soon. And here's the other armholes. Just like the other one, you make it exactly the same. There's no guessing to this. Now, on the bottom, I only have 4 inches of ease in here. Now, on Crystal, it looks like more because Crystal's smaller than I am. I think I put a few pounds on since I actually changed her measurements. So on me, it looks a little bit different. On me, it looks a little different. And maybe because I have a shorter waist. So this came down farther on me. But I plan to put a triple rib around the bottom as well. So it'll be triple rib here, and no triple rib around the sleeve. We want to keep it sleeveless. You can select any size 2 or 3 yarn for this. It's made with a fingering, well, it's made with a DK weight yarn, but it really acts like a fingering weight yarn. I've seen fingering weight yarns that are the exact same size as this, and I used a G hook. I know that's tiny for me, but that's a 4.0 millimeter hook, but it gives the sweater lots of coverage. So you can't see my hand behind the sweater, so you could wear this with just your basic undergarment. You don't have to wear a tank top under it, and that's the whole idea. This is a sleeveless top that you can wear under a jacket. You can wear it with jeans. You can wear it all summer long. It'd be nice and comfy, especially if you can find a cotton fingering or a cotton blend. It would be very, very easy to wear. Now, I know that Comfy Cotton by Lion Brand, and I'm not sponsored by them at all, but Comfy Cotton by Lion Brand is a blend and a DK weight yarn. So you might try this with Comfy Cotton. There are all kinds of different Comfy Cottons. There are solid colors and there are mixed and variegated colors. So you could probably try that and it would work out just fine. It's a beautiful, beautiful sweater. I love it that I chose this yarn because I had plenty of it. I had a sweater quantity, so I decided to do that. So there you go. This is the Agnes sweater, and I'll be releasing the pattern hopefully at the end of the week, maybe next week. I've got some photos of the different stages that I worked in, and that way you'll have a better idea of how to make this. So again, it's the Agnes sweater, and the pattern will be coming out soon. Thank you, Crystal, for helping me with that Agnes sweater. I really love it. I'm going to wear it maybe next Monday. I know Thursday I promised to wear the other Millie's lace, and I'll be doing that if I'm back on Thursday. Hopefully I will be, and I can wear that sweater and then maybe wear my Agnes sweater on Monday. We'll see. So now another project that I'm working on is the Felicity, beautiful Felicity sweater, and this is from last year. I started it last year and I didn't finish it because the weather got cold and I decided to put it away. I hadn't done all that much work on it, but I had a plan and I had a design and I had it all written down inside a project bag. So I just pulled that out and I thought, I'm going to finish this because it was intended to be a summer sweater. Now it's made with Audine Wool's interlock, and this was in one of my Knit Crate boxes last year. I ordered a sweater quantity of this. This is sponsored, and not really sponsored, but it was selected by TL Crafts. But Audine Wool's is the name of the yarn, and the yarn is a beige with some darker beige in it. It's very, very subtle. Look at that. It's quite beautiful as well. And it's a DK weight yarn called Beaches, and that's the color of it, but I don't think you can find it unless you went to eBay or maybe Etsy. Someone might have some of this. It's 34% cotton and 35% linen, and then there's some lyocell and some nylon thrown in there, and you know what? That makes it so soft. A very nice yarn. That is why I like to have a Knit Crate box come every month, not sponsored at all by them, but I do get a box every month that I pay for, and it gives me a chance to look at all their different yarns that they have. This is, for example, cotton and linen. They sent it out last year, and it's so beautiful. I really love it, and it's a very subtle color that I ended up with. Beaches is the color. Now, the sweater that I'm making is also sort of a cap sleeve sweater, and the cap will depend on how much ease you crochet into your garment. So this is called, again, this is called the Felicity Tee, and this is I'll just hold it up to me so you can see it. This is what it looks like. It's going to be in 2 pieces, very, very easy to make. The only challenge might be all of this treble crochet rib. Now, if you're not familiar with treble crochet, it's not hard to do. You can look it up on Google. You just yarn over twice before you start, and you insert your hook, pull up a loop, and work off 2, 2, and 2. That's all you do. Work off means yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and you're done. That is a treble crochet, or a triple crochet as some people call it. And I've used that in the rib here. Let me get this up here where you can see it. It's a treble crochet that continues all the way down to the bottom of the rib. The rib starts right about here. The rib starts there. So the bodice of the sweater is done all in ribs, and it's so gorgeous. It turned out really nice with this particular yarn. Let me show you that again. I'll try to get it up here close where you can see it. See, the ribs are all in a row, and they're all done with treble crochet. So it's a challenge. It will be a challenge for a very beginning crocheter, but honestly, the pieces are not hard to make, and there are no decreases in the sweater at all. It's just made with plenty of ease. Look at all the ease in there. It's probably 8 inches of ease, and when I get it sewn together, it's going to be quite large. And what I'll do is sew it up pretty close under my armhole, and then I'll put an edging around the sleeve. There's no edging at the bottom. It just starts there. And I don't think I'm going to put a design element on the bottom. I think I'm just going to put a design element at the top and focus on the bodice. It's quite gorgeous up close. It'll also be this way in the back. So the back piece will have the same rib, and actually that is the back piece. The front piece, which I'm almost finished with. I'm very close. I have done the body of the sweater front, and then I'm about this far on the rib. I have about this much more to go, and then I'll be all done. Now, I might put a little bit of a dip right here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, and I may not. How I designed it was to sew the shoulder seams a little bit farther over, so you would have more of a neckline, and it wouldn't come up really close like that. It would dip down like that on both the front and the back, and you would start sewing the shoulder seam where the strap of your undergarment starts, so you won't have to worry about your strap showing. And that'll be up to you what the measurement will be from the edge of the shoulder to the neckline. So that's up to you. That's how you make it your sweater. So again, this is the Felicity sweater, and that will be coming out not too long in the future. I'll be working on that, trying to get that finished because I really love it. Now, I also have another Agnes sweater that I'm working on in Lion Brand Fusion. I haven't done any work on it, but I have almost finished it. So I'll be showing you that as well in the near future, because that's an Agnes sweater just like the one that Crystal was modeling today. I'll probably know that I really like different brands of yarn. I love Lion Brand. They're one of my favorite yarns that have a lot of choices on their website. Another company that has a lot of choices on their website is Premier, and I like Premier yarn. I've only used it a few times, but the times that I used it, I really enjoyed working with it. It's a high quality yarn. I've been designing another sweater, which I'm calling the Cecilia. This Cecilia sweater, and it's made with Premier yarn. I bought Premier Afternoon Cotton, and this is going to be a summer sweater. This is totally a summer sweater, and I'm figuring on about 1,000 yards for the body of the sweater, but I'm going to use some colors as accents, and I bought these colors from Premier as accents. These are all the colors that I'm using. This color is called Coral. This is Coral. I have 2 of those because I'm going to use it more than once in the sweater, so I bought 2 skeins of that. This is the Fog color that I just showed you. This is the body of the sweater, will be in Fog. The colorway of this is Thistle. It's a beautiful, beautiful violet color, and it's called Thistle. I assume that's the color of a thistle flower. I don't know, but I'm guessing it is. Again, this is Premier Afternoon Cotton, 136 yards on this skein. Now these skeins are tiny. Look how small they are. When they came, I thought, I'm used to seeing bigger skeins of yarn, but again, this is a light 3. It's a DK weight yarn, and it is made from 100% mercerized Egyptian Giza cotton. And where have we heard that about? They make this cotton, or they grow this cotton over in the Mediterranean, and it is so soft. I've used a lot of cotton yarns in my time, but this is so slick and beautiful. It doesn't have any bamboo in it, which is usually how bamboo yarn feels to me. Bamboo and cotton, or bamboo and polyester, or something like that. The bamboo gives it a really soft look. This is a slick, beautiful cotton yarn. I'm very impressed with it. It's called Afternoon Cotton, by Premier, 136 yards on the skein, and it's 50-gram ball, and that might be why they're so tiny. The 50-gram balls. Usually yarn in a big box stores will come in 100-gram balls, but this is 50, and I guess so you can choose different colors. So all the colors I chose here, I'm just really thrilled with, and the coral and the thistle, and the green again is deep jade, and those are the four colors I'm going to use in this particular sweater. And this sweater is called the Cecilia sweater. This is the Cecilia sweater, so you can keep them straight which one is which, but this is a cotton sweater for summer, and I'm using an H hook to work with this. Now I'm doing a little bit of a review here because I really love this yarn, and last night I was just wound up, so I came into my studio and I worked until midnight. I was wanting to see what it was like to crochet with this because it's been in my project bag, and I thought, you know what, I really need to try that. So I got my H hook out and I did 3 rows of extended single crochet, and that's what it looks like. It's quite beautiful. It is pretty. I like it. It's very, very slick, and it's almost difficult to work with. Now that's because I'm using a large hook. It calls for an F hook. An F hook is very, very small. It is smaller than a G hook, and I didn't want to go that small just because I didn't want to spend all that time on it. Honestly, I'm in a hurry all the time, and if I can get a fabric, if I can crochet a fabric that is modest enough that I don't have to wear a tank top under it, especially for a summer sweater, or really only for a summer sweater. The winter sweaters, you can put holes in them, and of course you're going to wear a tank under it. This is almost see-through. I might have to drop down to a G hook maybe, and then I might not. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might change my stitch, but the extended single crochet, in my experience, has always made a fabric that was not see-through, but that is almost a see-through fabric. Now, this is what they're calling a light 3, a DK weight or a light 3. It is really small. This is really closer to a fingering size weight. Look at that. It's just tiny. Well, here is another DK weight yarn, and this is what I consider more of a fingering weight, and it's the same size as that. Let me get it up here where you can see it. These two look like the same size yarn. They really do. This is called a DK. I just don't believe that. It's really more of a fingering weight, and so is this one. This is very, very tiny. Again, look at that with my finger behind it. It is very, very tiny. It's very, very tiny. So again, I might have to change. I might just rip all this out and try it with a G hook. That might make the fabric a little bit less see-through, because I don't want to wear something under this. I don't want to have to wear a tank top under that. So again, there it is. So you can see through that a little bit. And it's not very modest, but I wanted to see what it looked like. I really love it. I think it's beautiful. I would love for them to offer this in a size 4, and they may do that. I don't know. I haven't been on their website to see, but they may offer this in a 4, but I don't think so. This is just so soft and beautiful. I recommend it highly. If you like to make cotton tops for summer, afternoon cotton by Premier, that's what I would suggest. And get yourself a small hook because you're going to need it, but it's probably worth it in the long run. Now you can make an Agnes sweater from this, and it would be absolutely gorgeous. Just pick your color and go to town. I think it would be absolutely gorgeous in one of these colors, or stripe it, do whatever you want. But these are the colors that I'm going to use in my Cecilia sweater, so be looking for that. I will come out with the pattern for that because I have plans. I know what I want to do, so that'll be down the pike, a little bit closer to summer, but we are just starting spring, so I'm getting ahead of the game. And I wanted y'all to get ahead of the game with me as well. I meant to tell you at the beginning of the show that Jo of Jo for Totes has a video that she has sent me, and right after the giveaways I'm going to play her video. She has 2 really cool bags to show you. I've never seen any like this, so it'll be a nice video to watch and well worth the watch because she makes the most beautiful custom project bags. So right now, let's start our giveaway portion of the program. I really kind of love this Lion Brand Heartland Sequoia color. If you want brown, this is a beautiful brown and light brown combination. Really love it. And I had a lot of people who left comments really liked this yarn. So I have 3 skeins of this to give away. It's a size 4 yarn, 251 yards on the ball. It's a size 4. So that will probably get you a nice beautiful scarf or a hat and a scarf, maybe even a cowl, something like that. For wintertime, I don't know if I'd make something summery for this, but you never know. If they want to do that, go ahead and do it. But I have 3 skeins of that to give away, so that'll be our first giveaway today. Second of all, I had the Marvelous Chunky yarn from Mary Maxim. Love Mary Maxim, not sponsored, but this is the yarn that I am giving away. There are 2 skeins of this. One skein is partially made up into a top, and if you want to finish this, you certainly can. All you have to do is go around the bottom and maybe put a little trim on the armhole and you're good to go. So this is a top down Marvelous Chunky sweater that I will not be finishing, so I'm going to give that to somebody. You can frog that right out and use the yarn for something else, or you can finish that top and have plenty of yarn to do it with. So let's turn our camera to the computer and find out who wins these 2 gifts this week. Here we are at a computer, and there is the internet address for the video from last Monday, and the word is chunky. We're going to give away the chunky yarn first, so let's find out how many people signed up for that. I had a lot of comments last week, and there were 232 who signed up for the chunky yarn. So let's find out who wins the Marvelous Chunky yarn from Mary Maxim. That is Joanne Burgess, or Burgess, I would say. Joanne Burgess, you have won the chunky yarn. There is a chunky in her comment, so there you go. Joanne Burgess, or Burgess, you are the winner of the Marvelous Chunky yarn. So let's go over here, and we're going to change this word to tree. Tree was the key word for the brown, beautiful brown Lion Brand Sequoia color. And let's find out how many people were up for that. 257, so almost the same number. Y'all wanted that yarn. All right, so let's go over here and find out who wins the Lion Brand Sequoia yarn, and that would be A. Mitchell. A. Mitchell, and there's the tree right there in her comment. So A is, I only see what her name is. Oh, she didn't put it. Okay, so it's A. Mitchell, and you are the winner of the Lion Brand Sequoia colorway yarn. Congratulations to both. Congratulations to both winners. Please send me your mailing address to my email address. It's down in the description box. Jeannie at On the Hook Crochet. Be sure you spell it correctly, and you will be able to send me your mailing address. Now, I have a crochet surprise box that has not been claimed. I'm not going to go into the name anymore. I'm just telling you that next week I'm going to give that to someone else. So if the person who won it contacts me in the next week, I will of course send it to them. But if they don't, then I'm going to put it back up in our giveaway section, and I will be giving that away to somebody. It's a beautiful crochet surprise box, and for the tendril shawls, and I want someone to have it that really wants it. So I'm going to give that away next week if no one decides to claim it. And that name was announced 3 weeks ago. I'm not really sure the date, so you'll just have to watch my videos to find out. So next week that'll be going out the door. Now this week I have 3 gifts to give away. This is the crochet surprise from Peg Chandler, who sent me several of these. I'm giving them away one at a time to subscribers who watch my videos. And this is the Aspen Loop bag. This is a beautiful, beautiful bag that was shown on my channel a while back when Crochet Surprise actually sent me this box. And let me get that up there where you can see it. It's really pretty, and the yarn that they sent is quite lovely as well. Let me show you this. There are 4 skeins of taupe Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful color. and it makes a beautiful neutral colored bag that you can carry anytime you want. It's really pretty. I like the pattern. It looks like it's fairly simple to make, and the T in there is called Well-Being, and that will be in the box when you win this. So be sure to sign up and put a comment down in the description box, and the keyword is bag, B-A-G. Very simple. The keyword is bag, and that's for the Aspen Loop bag from Crochet Surprise for next week. So that'll be going to a very lucky winner next week. Last year, you may have seen me working on this sweater. This is a Mrs. Crosby sweater. Mrs. Crosby is a line of yarn that is not available anymore, but I have plenty of it here. I bought 2 colors in the Mrs. Crosby line of yarns, and these are the 2 colors. It's a violet color and a variegated color with that violet in it. It's quite gorgeous, but I will personally not be making this sweater. I've looked at it several times and I thought, you know, I need to give this away to somebody who will appreciate the fact that it's very expensive yarn. Not that I care that much, but I mean, it is not cheap, and I got it on sale, and it is 80% superwash merino wool and 20% silk. It's really quite gorgeous. There are 240 yards on a hank, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 hanks of the pansy, which I believe that is the variegated color. And then the other color is Carpet Bag by Mrs. Crosby, of course, and that is Midnight Aubergine. Midnight Aubergine is this color right here. So you have Pansy and Midnight Aubergine. I bought those together. They are gorgeous, but I just don't want to make this sweater. I've started it, and you can frog this right out if you want to. I really finished it, basically, but the armholes were too big, and I was so disappointed that I just put it away and I didn't finish it. It has a square neck. It's a good size sweater. There's plenty of ease in this for me, so even if you're a bit larger than me, you could certainly take this and use it. It's probably 8 inches of ease in this, and it's all finished, all but the armholes. And what I would suggest is that you close this up with decreased stitches around the edge and then finish it off with the dark purple. That's what I would suggest, but this is going to a subscriber next week, and I'm getting that out of here because I spent a lot of time on this. And you know, sometimes when you spend a lot of time on something, you just get tired of looking at it. But this is beautiful. But I've looked at it so many times and said, I'm just not going to work on that. So I'm going to send all the yarn bands so you'll know exactly what it is and how many I had of it. And I believe I was using an H hook with this. It may have been an I, but you can experiment with it, whatever size you want to use with that. But that will go to a very lucky winner next week. And also with that will come a yarn bag, what I call a yarn bag. These occasionally will come when I order something from Amazon. Now this yarn did not come from Amazon. It came from Malabrigo. But this is Artesiga Crafts. I've seen this bag many times, and what it comes with is shoulder straps, and I always cut the shoulder straps and I just tie them together and make it a drawstring bag, which is really more practical than having shoulder straps on it. But I hope you don't mind, whoever gets this. But this will go with the Pansy and Midnight Aubergine yarn and the sweater. All of that will be in this bag, and you can use this bag to keep it in, or you can use the bag for something else. But I want to go ahead and take care of giving this away because I don't need another project bag. I've got lots of project bags, and I have my own project bags now, so I'm going to give that away to someone. All of this will come to you in a package. The sweater, the yarn, you can frog that out if you want to. It's really easy to frog. It's not difficult to frog out. And if you just want to have all the yarn to yourself and make the sweater that you want, you can certainly do that. Our third giveaway next week will be the brand new edition of Crochet Magazine. This is the Summer 2022 edition. It is so cool. I like everything in here. I like everything in here. But I'm going to give this away to one of my subscribers. Now, a couple of things I want to point out in this magazine. There's a section on how to crochet with beads. What a practical idea, and all lots of photographs in here how to insert beads into your project. And you know, I have never done that. I've tried it. I think I tried it once and I didn't have any really good directions, but these are really good directions. I can see that whoever gets this magazine will be able to put beads into their next project. And I'd say you should. Now they also give you a pattern for a really pretty bracelet and some earrings that you can use the bead information on, how to flip those beads onto your yarn and make it look quite gorgeous. Another pattern I wanted to point out to you is the Fairfield Beach Blanket. And this is just so gorgeous. It's made with Premier Basics yarn, B-A-S-I-X, that's how you spell it. And the colors in that are absolutely gorgeous. Now this is an acrylic yarn, but you know, when you're making a blanket, you really want to be able to wash the blanket. And all of the blankets I have that are handmade are acrylic. This is a really pretty blanket because of the colors in there. Beach colors, really pretty. And it's acrylic, so it's easy to wash. It's 50 inches long, 50 inches wide. So it's a good sized blanket. And the directions are one page. Very easy to do. Very, very easy. But I thought that was really pretty. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. So those are a couple of things that I wanted to point out in here. But this again is the crochet magazine for summer of 2022. And there are lots of other things in here, but I don't want to go into all those right now. But that will go to our third giveaway winner next week. Be sure you're subscribed and that you know that the videos are coming out, because you'll get a notification if you press the bell. Also, please like this video before you click away. It helps me a lot. And someone asked me in comments this week, how do you sign up for the community? It's down in the description box. There's a link down there. It says join the community, and you click that link. You get a free pattern. It's free to join up, and all I need is your email address and your name. I think that's all. Maybe your birth date, not the year, but the month and the day, so I can send you a birthday greeting when it's your birthday.
Hi there, it's Jo with Jo for Totes, and today I have two bags to show you that are very similar in theme, similar in color, and similar in who's getting them in regards to their names. That both women have three-letter names that start with a P. So believe me, this is like the third time I've tried to record this video because I keep confusing who is who and bags and everything. So it's just a lot of similarities. But I'm going to do the best I can and get it done this time and get it to Jeannie so she can show it. So the first bag I want to show you goes to Peg, who lives in Bloomingdale, Illinois. And Peg, as Pam wanted a bag that had a camping theme to it. So Peg wanted a 14 by 14 bag, and so this is her bag. You see the back of it has all these really cute tents and little trailers and these real cute colors, pink and blue, which you wouldn't think of if you think of camping. She wanted two side pockets, and then her front pocket has a lot of blues and greens in it that match very well with the bag. And there's her medallion, which I thought turned out very pretty. And then her handles have this bluish turquoise little embroidery stitch on it. And on the inside, she wanted a zipper pocket. So she has this blue and green type of fabric for this. Actually, it's more of a turquoise and green, with a green zipper and a pink pull with some very pretty little beads I put on that pull. And then she has her pull tab with her stitch markers, as everyone does. On the other side, she wanted a pocket that had two sleeves for hooks. So these are her two sleeves right here in the middle, where she can put her embroidery hooks. And then the fabric on the inside pocket is the same as the outside big pocket. She wanted a snap closure, so she'll be able to get in and out of this bag very easy as she travels. And she has a black bottom and the black handles, and I just thought it turned out very, very cute. And then on the inside, I put this other bag that she wanted, which is a drawstring bag that matches her big bag, and it just turned out really cute. And I used the same fabric on the inside and for the outside accent as I did for the inside zipper. And this will hold at least 2 yarn cakes. So I think she'll really like that as an accessory for her bag. The second bag goes to Pam, who lives in Terre Haute, Illinois. And she wanted a little bit bigger bag, so hers is 16 by 16, where Peg's is 14 by 14. I don't know if I'll get this right. But anyway, hers is camping as well. But hers is more of the vintage look in terms of camping. No tents in hers, just little trailers. But look how cute those trailers are. And pickup trucks, and the back is really, really cute. So we found this fabric together, and she has two sides which don't have any pockets on them, but you can see a lot more of this camping fabric. The front pocket is made out of a blue and green, similar to what I showed you on Peg's. And then this is her medallion that closes her pocket. I thought that just turned out so pretty. These are so fun to make, these little medallions. I just enjoy making those. Her stitch is a turquoisey blue, but it's a different stitch than what Peg has on hers. She has one inside feature only, and it is a very large vinyl, clear vinyl pocket that she can put patterns in, and you can just put a whole lot of things in that because it goes from one length of the bag to the other length. So I think she'll really like that. And then this is her pull tab with her stitch markers. And then she wanted a little notions pouch that has a clear, upside down, a clear vinyl side to it. So these are a little bit more complicated to make, but I found this fabric that's so cute. I guess it's probably backwards to you, but it's got all these license plates from all these states with just really cute sayings. I love you, go for it, you are my pal, just really cute. You are cool, all that. She has a zipper, and that's her little pull tab charm for her zipper. That. And then on the inside, well, you can actually see the inside from the outside, can't you? But anyway, this is the inside of that bag. So this will be perfect for putting her notions, her scissors, and her crochet hooks, or whatever she wants to. So that obviously matches her big bag. So I think she'll really like these two bags together. So until next time, it's Jo with Jo for Totes. Have a great day.
So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you later this week when we find out what's on the hook.